Okay. So ladies, good afternoon.
Yes, good
Nice to
afternoon.
meet you. My name is Alex from Shanice Africa, and I work with the
Hmm.
marketing team. And we're here to, this is the ambition report,
Hmm.
SLA Docu-Series, where we discuss
Hmm.
with amazing women around Africa. Trust me, we get a whole lot of, people on a daily wanting us to speak to
Hmm.
them. But I mean, your story was really, I mean, when our team saw it, it was really, really amazing. And we just wanted to, do this with you and then get to hear your story. So yeah. So I mean, first off, just introduce yourself to the SLA community. Let us get to know you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. We are Adonawit Belay in Afomiya Belay. We're born and raised in Ethiopia, and we are co-founder of I'm sorry, we are co-founder of Xorian, human first, emotion-centered beverage company. And we are 18 years old, and we are building our first company from our bunk bed with zero privilege, but a big vision.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. Really, it's surprising to see that you are 18 and you are founders already. I mean, how is that for you? How does it play out for you? How does it feel for you, being a
Yeah.
founder at this very young age? How does it feel for you?
Yeah, being a identical founder is such a great blessing for me and also for her, because you see a lot of startup fail because of founders couldn't actually work together. But this is not something that we're going to be having a problem with because
Mm.
we're twins. We share most of our childhood and most of our background, and that's like one of our superpowers. And being young founder, it's a very interesting, a little bit harsh than the other eight founders, but I would say it's a very humbling and really it really helped us grow mentally and also yeah, really it's an honor to be a young founder.
So I mean, yeah, nice to have a bit of context. But I mean, how was it like growing up? I mean, give us a bit of a
Mhm.
background. Just tell us how was growing up for you, like before you got to this point where you thought of, founding a company together and all. How was your growing up like for both of you?
Yeah, so we growing up, well, we grew up in a beverage background. Both my father and my mom, they both worked in a beverage. So when we first wanted to be a founder, the first thing that came up to our mind was beverage. Yeah, so being a founder is something that we always wanted to be. Maybe not specifically founder, but we always wanted to create impact and to change things than they are because it's about observation. We observe a lot of ups and downs. We observe females founders, startup founders, Africans getting a very less amount of attention. So we wanted to change those things all the time. And being a founder, beverage founder, we found it as a great way of finding it. Yeah, and and also we didn't come up with a very like high wealthy background. So those that journey really humbled us and just
Right
not
on.
wanting things from anyone but executing it by your own.
Having
Yeah.
to do it by yourself, like, yeah, wanting to, doing things by yourself, not waiting on anybody. That's a very good one. I mean, it's a very humbling
Hmm.
experience to know that, you're trying to do things by yourself and not just waiting. And that's like one of the narrative we try to push, not just sitting down and waiting for
Hmm.
people to always hand things to you. I mean, it's an audacious move, yeah. When you can say that this thing was done by us and not anybody really handed things down to us. It's a good one. And then, reading through your story, you had mentioned about the gallstone issues and how that was one of the things that propelled you. So I want us to just, can you walk us through that moment of pain? How did you turn
Hmm.
pain into something positive? I mean, pain is supposed to be somewhat negative, but I mean, how were you able to convert that to something that was something that propelled you to do what you're doing now? So can you just share with that?
Yeah. Yeah, so my gallstone journey, it was almost 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
It was a very sudden and unexpected thing that happened. I inherited through my mom, and it was a very painful. And it was not that common for my age. It used to be for more older people's. So it was a very painful experience of my life, mentally, physically. It just like I couldn't handle it, especially the thought of like not trying to move, trying to like was not working in anything toward my passion. So that was very hard for me. And then I had to do a surgery, which it's brought up a very bad discomfort, and just I don't feel good after anything I eat.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, oh, if everything I eat is have this much effect in my life,
Yeah.
so I realized that health is not actually an option. It's something that has to be very conscious. And I looked for a solution. I looked for a beverage that could actually help me with this time, but I couldn't find anything.
And
So for those reasons, I decided to create. Yeah, so should not be able, should not like complain about. I think people can turn pain into power, and that's all about our company. It's about turning your pain into a power rather than
yeah,
complaining about it.
yeah.
So yeah, that's how.
So it's more like you're trying to do something that, say, something that comforts the body,
Mhm.
out of pain.
Yes.
So they're trying to, so,
Hmm.
because I know your sister had mentioned that, it was more like looking forward to something that could comfort the body. So would you say that that was like a seed towards
Hmm.
what you are doing right now?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Her the pain or the thing, she's the one who come up with the idea actually, and I think that the pain that she going through really makes her become the root or the base of what we're building right now, because we don't want this problem or this pain other people to suffer this pain. So definitely this pain is really the root and the main thing or the foundation of
Mm.
the company.
So more like, I would say that your kind of business concept was built from a necessity majorly. Like you
Mhm.
saw there was a need for it, where it was a need-based thing, not like you just jumped on it from nowhere. It was more like it came out of a personal experience and a place of necessity. So you saw a need, especially through
Mhm.
yourself. I mean, your sister, and then you both had to look at something that could, would you say that that also shifted your mindset, kind of looking away from, you came from a very humble background, not so many privileges, or like a lot of people that start from privileged background, they have all of the resources, but you came from a very
Mhm.
privileged background, and then there was the issue that happened. Has that in any way shaped your mindset or shifted your mindset from how you think before to how you think now?
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I think that a lot of founders come up where or they're born in Silicon Valley or they're born in a privilege or in a place it's comfortable to be founders. But people like us who did not come up with who is not come from a lot of money, who is not in a place which is comfortable for founders, that support founders. I think it's really definitely shifted my mind
Okay.
in a good way.
Yeah.
And yeah, necessity and her problem definitely is the main thing that. Yeah, yeah, and also when it's a necessity and when
Yeah.
it's a want. For example, starting a company when you want it, when you want money, or you want to respect, and when you come with the necessity, it's very different because you see, necessity is means like a pressure. If you
Yeah.
don't make this solution for yourself and for people who actually is living the pain that you're living, it's like the sky will fall down on you. So you're working under pressure,
For sure.
and necessity, yeah, those necessity and pressure is something that is actually fueling our ambition, and that's really, really did shifted our
Hmm.
mind.
Okay. So what would you say keeps you going? I mean, despite all of, I'm trying to like really picture, despite of all of the challenges, what keeps you going? Like without so many funding, what's that drive that keeps you like, you show up every day, you show up for the business, for what you are building? Like,
Mhm.
what's that drive at a very young age, at 18? I mean, what is that driving force for you guys? Like, what pushes you to keep on going on every day and say that we just have to do this particular thing? So, what's that driving force for you?
Yeah. Well, of course, our when we come up with the startup with our company, as you can imagine, the family, our families, the community, the society in general didn't accept it. They
Yeah,
think it's unrealistic because you see the thing that's very common, especially as a young woman in Africa, is that you have to follow the safe path, which is, joining a university, getting married, these type of routines.
yeah.
So I think like that is very rare, and we were already aware that we're not going to be accepted, or like saying that, oh, you got
We're pre
this, keep
we're
going.
prepared for
We're
we're
not.
prepared for it already.
Yeah, exactly. We are prepared for it already.
Yeah.
And so, what keeps us driving is that we're solving a problem that
Mm.
we already suffered, right? So we have the purpose or the reason why we started it, and
But
it's
yeah,
I
there's a
think like
why. I mean, there's a why to it already. Mm.
exactly. Mm. And that's what may we get up every morning and work on our company because we have reason, we have purpose, we have why, and
Mm.
that's the main thing I think that's keeping us,
So I
going.
mean, your field is has to do a lot with research, with science, with reading. You'd always wanted to know things. So how do you get your information? How do you do a lot of research? Not coming from a science
Mhm.
background, I mean, how do you get to, know things that you're supposed to do, especially because of the kind of field that you are? How do you get to do your research and all of that? Yeah. Can you walk us through?
Yeah. Mhm. Great. So yeah, I crafted the formula of our company, and yeah, I didn't come up with a science background. I actually studied natural science in high school,
Okay.
and I mean social science, and so I did not
Did you
have this
study
chemistry
same thing,
background.
both of you? Sorry to cut in. Did you both study the same thing?
Yeah, we both studied
It
same
has
thing.
always been
Yeah.
like that. Like both of you just get to do the same thing always. Is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And so I think that if you wanted to learn something, the opportunity is there. There is books, there's the internet, and so it was quite a journey. And I know you Google, you learn, you study, you read books, and yeah, yeah, and also there's this one principle that we both follow on. It's that if you want things bad enough, you will
Mm.
get it no matter what. We wanted it some in a certain level of bad. We wanted it like so bad that we could get it anytime. Formulating our drink, it required obviously a lot of research, but just because you want it bad enough, you will get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how we formulate our drink.
So you had mentioned, does this also like linking to your research now? You had mentioned your
Mm-hmm.
US-based scientist that, maybe like guides you or supports you.
Mm-hmm.
Does this also have to do with your research, or is that they are both different, or this person also guides you in like, you are making like a kind of a beverage drink kind of product.
Mm-hmm.
So, um,
Yeah.
do you get to get maybe advice, guidance, or resources from the person, or is just majorly just guidance and maybe advice? How do you get to balance that? And I mean, don't you get scared of maybe somebody steals your idea or somebody steals the product or and all of that? The whole patency issue, ensuring that the product is literally yours. And how do you go about all of that? Put in one question here.
Okay. So our US-based scientist is actually he's our technical founder. We found him through a platform. I don't actually remember the name. So he is basically our technical founder. He is the one who's formulating the drink in the US. So apparently we send him our formula, and then he is the one who's actually crafting it because of the safety and all of those things that need an experience that we
Yeah,
don't
the
have
measures.
technical experience.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we do. So yeah, we three of us we are the co-founders. He's our technical founder.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
So there's no fear of someone stealing your formula.
No, we signed an
And then
NDA,
more
so
you.
we yeah we
Oh,
signed an agreement. So
that's beautiful. It's because it's product based and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
is a I
and
work in marketing, so I understand some of these things. Product based, and then you have a lot of so it's there's just I'm asking, I hope there's no fear, or is there an agreement that's been signed? Because of course it's a formula based thing. I mean, the moment the formula is out, anybody can just pick it up and replicate the progress. But I mean, since you said that's covered, so that's fine really. So I mean, what was that while you were, figuring everything out and trying to build this product, this system, this company? Have you had that figure it out moment where you just really like, bam, this is it. We've gotten it. I mean, have you ever had that? I mean, these are like positive moments where you're just really excited about yourself, like, oh wow, we've done it. I mean, this is it. We've hit it. So have you had moments like that? I mean, these are some of your eyes. So just I mean, their eyes and they're always lows, but I mean, now I'm talking about the eyes. Like, are there moments where you really felt proud of yourself? Like, wow, we are getting this thing, we are doing it. I mean, this is it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are at the early stage of our journey, but I think that one of our most like figure out moments where we're like, wow, I think it's when we found our technical founder, our
Okay.
scientist. I mean, we don't have a connection, and we don't have like that much of a nature, but like being able to convince a person he already have 25 plus year of experience in the beverage. He have his own company, a fashion line, and he's also 2 times founder, and convincing him to be part of our company
Was a lot.
and like making him, yeah, that was one of like the greatest moments that we thought that it's like we did it. Yeah, and also being able to start our MVP journey is also one of the greatest things. Currently, we are formulating our drink. We're gonna launch in the US, and also we already have some investors who are interested in investing. So those moments really, really is like, wow, we did it. Yeah, moments.
That's really great. I mean, having your products from all the way from Ethiopia to the US is a lot.
Yeah.
That's like Africa to the world. So I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
developing solution. That's really great. So I would just like to know, I mean, if you were to speak to using your products now, using what you've done so far as like a
Mhm.
message to the African child, the African girl, that young girl around the corner, just to trying to figure out. I mean, you also are in the progress, but I mean, we can be perfect and a work in progress at the same time. Both of them can coexist. You can still be learning something and then still be good at it. I mean, so if you have like a message to using your product, using what you've built to a younger self of yours, maybe somebody, an Ethiopian girl, an African child, just looking at, is it possible to do this thing when I'm 18? Is it possible to really get that big break of my life? What would your message be to them?
Yeah. Yeah, so I can totally understand why Ethiopian women's or African women's or African in general.
Yeah.
It's a society. We have some blockage that we had in our mind. It's something that we grow up watching, or observing or being told like, oh, you are just African. You're not supposed to just dream
Mm,
that big.
yeah.
That's just the paradigm telling you, and I would love to tell them whatever they visioned in their mind is they don't have to expect people's or their parents or anyone to understand it. They
Yeah.
just have to protect their dream by not telling it and just executing it and just showing the results. And also through our product, I think our product's whole idea is giving reminding people's that the power is theirs. Our tagline is the power is yours, which we want to remind people that actually their power is theirs and to find themselves again, even if they're in pain or in anything,
Yeah.
they have to like learn their pain. Pain is not something that could define them. Wherever they are, it's not their story is not unwritten. It's not finished. It's not written yet. So they have to remember that their power is actually theirs. So just to write, our product is just all about that. It's about giving powers to people.
Yeah. I
So
wanted
yeah, I
to,
would love to tell.
continuing from where you stopped, I wanted to talk about your product. Like, I want to, so that people watching this getting to, they get to know
Mhm.
exactly. We've been talking about your product. Tell us about your products now. Away from talking about yourselves now,
Okay.
your products. Let us know what
Okay.
exactly your product is. You know what I mean?
Great. Okay. So Xorian is a multifunctional beverage brand. A multifunctional beverage brand that really helps you boost your metabolism, that really helps you ease your post-meal discomforts after a meal. And it's an entirely we are creating or we are developing entirely new category into the market called the primal drink, and we're entering into our own market. So Xorian is a beverage company with a multi-functions or multi-purposes, and also Xorian is not just a beverage company. Xorian is also an emotion-first company and also a human-centered company. And also our product or our company in general is all about empowering making people feel seen, making people feel that they have power to change their life, they have power to be able to to change anything and to change their life. And also our companies in general is all about making people feel seen and making people feel and also just in general, if a person go to the store and bought Xorian, what would they get is it's our company, our beverage is a new flavor, which will boost their metabolism and also ease discomfort after a meal. And just it's a drink that they will drink and they will not regret putting in their body. They will actually feel good. Yeah.
That's good. So I mean,
Okay.
amazing. At least now people can say, oh, they know about Xorian. I mean, so we just wanted to put that out there. So I mean, just
Yeah.
additional question to your product now, still on the product part. What what makes it stand out from every other maybe similar product? I mean, in the African market generally. So what makes it stand out?
Yeah, great. Yes, in African market or in general on the worldwide beverage market, what makes our beverage stood out is that it's the base or the mission of the company is to be able to, as I already mentioned before, it's just to be able to empower people. We're not just a beverage company; we are human company. We're for humans. We are for peoples, and
Yeah.
I mean, I can list a lot of technical or functional advantage that we give that no other beverage give, like boosting metabolism or easing post-meal discomfort. No one ever done that. But I think that technical or functional advantages can be easily copied by other company. What's something that's not going to be copied is the mission, the story, and the base of the company. So that's something that will stand out again.
Great.
Yeah, and also
Well done.
yeah, and also being also creating a entirely new category is, I think, it's the biggest differentiation from other drinks in general.
Great.
Yeah.
Well done. So now looking into the future, looking ahead, what's it for you guys? I mean, if resources, I mean, maybe there are enough resources, there's enough this, enough that. How do you envision the company in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years? Do you see it beyond Ethiopia? I mean, it's going to the US. I'm glad. So I mean, I wanted to ask that. Do you see it beyond Ethiopia? Do you see it coming to other part of Africa? I mean, Nigeria, maybe. Hopefully, we get to see it in Nigeria. I mean, what was the vision for the brand? I mean, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, and do you see it going beyond Ethiopia, or you're just trying to, for now, grab the Ethiopian market first before expanding into the African market and maybe globally? So, I mean, what's the plan?
Yeah. Yeah, so the plan is actually to entirely launch it in the US because I suppose there is a high demand in the US that as
Okay.
we studied.
Okay.
But if there's a demand in Nigeria, we're gonna be there. But our plan for the next 3 years will be um just being a wellness and like a fully established wellness brand, and
Yeah.
just seeing it dominate at least the US, and also having a plan to dominate like in Europe,
Yeah.
East Asia, yeah,
Okay.
and Africa in general. Yeah.
We look forward to.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for 5 year, I think for 5 year is to branch it out in globally, just like I mentioned, in Europe, in East Asia and
Okay.
in Africa. We would love to see it more globally, and also just seeing our drink actually inspire people's actually drinking it and just getting the use that they need is something that we look forward to. Yeah.
Look forward to having it everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean, I really wish you guys all the very best as we hopefully get to see it around in stores and pharmacies in people's homes. I mean, around the world. I wish you guys all the
Yeah.
best. But I mean,
Thank you so much.
also still looking at, more like a personal
Mhm.
reflections and I mean, what has this journey taught you as young women building something amazing in your own space? What has it taught you? And has it been like a mistake you've made that you feel like you can tell other people to also avoid, maybe some pitfalls that they could avoid much earlier? I mean, you are still in your early stage, like you said, but I mean, there could be one or two things that you can also still tell people to avoid. So yeah.
Yeah. Something that we learned throughout the journey that something like, oh, we shouldn't have done that, but we learned from it is one thing is trying to raise big money very early. We tried raising $1 million for our first round, and that was not a great idea because you see, even if we had the money, we
Can
didn't
start
have the
small.
structure to actually, yeah, to maintain that.
Yeah.
So starting small is something that I really, really, really will
Yeah.
um, advise everyone who want to start a company. Um, and the other thing that we learned is, yeah, we tried to actually make people see what we see, like, oh, we're gonna start a great beverage company, so just you have to believe it. No, nobody's gonna see it, obviously. So yeah, that's something that we learned from. So just don't try to explain your dream for anyone. Just execute it and show it.
Yeah. Great. Amazing. Amazing. Well done. So finally, we're just coming back to the SLA aspect now. I mean, first of all, it's amazing speaking to you, learning about your story, learning about your journey. But I mean, for you now, how do you think this ambition report telling your story on the SLA platform, how does it feel for you?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say the mission is incredible. I think young African women are something like the community that needs the most support. And being able to build this platform is incredible. First of all, I just want to say, and I think we are very honored to be here, to be able to be chosen for this, to be in this doc series. So we are very happy, and it's really helped us a lot. And it's just to be able to talk about our story and to be able to inspire at least one African woman. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
So I mean, generally, you would say that what would you say is going to be like something you want to be remembered for when anybody watches this?
Yeah, so we would love to be remembered like two founders who actually go for it rather than waiting for it. A founder who turned their pain into a purpose and globalization in mind all the time from day one.
Amazing, amazing. We will definitely remember.
Oh,
The amazing two fans from Ethiopia that doing amazing well. That's really great. I mean, final question. I mean, um, we are opening up ourselves to how can, the SLA community be of support to you and your brand?
yeah, I mean, you can help us by telling our stories, by connecting us with mentors or any people that might help us, and by connecting us to people who believe in young African women who believe in big ideas. And in general, just visibility is that's an oxygen for an early founder. So visibility is also everything for us. So yeah, that's what
Amazing.
we expect.
Well noted. I mean, those that will be watching this, they will get to know an SLA. We also do our best to, that's what we are for. We tell amazing stories of young
Yeah.
African women because I mean, SLA is the number one destination for smart and ambitious African women. And then we are all about your growth, about your business, your personal life. finances, health, everything that revolves around the African women. We are
Mhm.
actually here to do our best to tell the story, authentic stories, and be sure that we have the raw, authentic stories of women doing amazing stuff around Africa. And then definitely we will do our best to, share the story, tell it to the world, and let people see the amazing things that these amazing ladies from Ethiopia are doing to the world. So yeah, we'll do our best, and I'm sure that all the people that might be interested in wanting to, maybe investors, maybe it could be anybody. Trust me, the world is a global village. I mean, anybody anywhere can just pick it up and say, "Oh, I want to reach out to Zambia." So we definitely ensure that we put out your contact. We do things that will make people reach out to you. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much for being
That's awesome.
here on the Docu-Series, the Ambition Report of Shillings Africa. Thank you very much, ladies, for being here. Any final
Thank you so
words
much for.
before we say our goodbyes?
Oh, oh yeah. Just if there's any young women or young African women who's watching this, I just want to say that don't wait for things to be perfect. Just start today because nothing is perfect. When we started, we zero money, zero support. So just go for it and start do things what just do the thing that you love more than anything. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you,
Mhm.
ladies.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your day. It was nice to be here with you. Bye for
Nice
now.
to meet you.